Alright, what's up guys? So today I'm going to be making something that I've been wanting to do for quite a while, and that is a welding cart. I'm going to end up doing this one a little bit different than ones I've done in the past. In the past I've built them completely from scratch, from the ground up. On this one I wanted to get a kit that doesn't require too many fab skills. You just need to do a little bit of welding and you can put together a nice welding cart so you can practice your welding and get a little bit better at it. And then down the road, if you'd like, you can make a new welding cart that's more suited to what you need, or just use this one if it's working out great. So for that, I ended up picking up a ZT Fab welding cart kit. This goes to a 26-inch roller box. You can get this for a lot of different boxes, Craftsman, Husky, the US General Series. They have a lot of different options for that. You can check them out and see what they got. But the kit looks really nice. It's all laser or plasma cut out and all bent together with dimple dyed spots on here. They have some nice beefy wheels with roller bearings in there, as well as a grease cert so you can keep those greased up. Comes with a few bags of hardware. These are the axle shafts, some screws and chains for the bottles. So the kit that I ended up getting is a dual 9-inch bottle, so I'll be able to put two 9-inch bottles in the back, as well as I got the cutouts for the TIG tubes. That way I can keep all my filler rod on the back there. So before we get started tacking this all together, we need to get the box all unpackaged and set up. That way we have something we can bolt this to and make sure it's all tacked in place before we finish weld it. Okay, so I got the box out of the package. I got it laid on its side. You do need to put these swivel wheels on whatever side you'd like to have them on, or whichever way you want the box facing. So you put the swivel wheels on, and I got the handle over there on there. So now I have it set up like this. That way we can get the plate that goes here for the bottles all tacked together. And then we'll have it set up right here so we can test fit it and make sure where we tacked it, it'll all still fit still. So we're going to go ahead and start tacking that together, and then we'll test fit it and see how it fits. So now that we have the main bottle plate all tacked together with the sides, you just tack those on place, or in place on both sides there. Now we can bring it over here and test fit it on the bottom of the box and make sure all the holes and everything fits correctly. And then if it does, we can start moving forward with the axle plate and finish welding. Got the plate bolted down to the bottom of the box. Seems to fit good. All the holes line up. I did have the rest of the bolts in there, making sure they would all fit. But I have just two of them in there so I can show you guys. But that's how the plate will go on the bottom of the box. And this will hold the bottles as well as the wheels. The shafts for the wheels will go through here. So now we can pull it back off and put the wheel or the shafts on and the shaft plate. So I got the bottom plate that goes underneath the bottles all tacked into place. You need to make sure you line these holes up with this plate and the outside plate. A good way to do that is just put the shafts in there temporarily. That way you make sure they fit correctly when you go to tack those in place. But it's just tacked up here on the top, and then I threw a couple tacks on the bottom. That should hold for now. So now I think we're ready to put the shafts in and get those all lined up and tacked into place. So for tacking these shafts in place with the holes they have, you need to install the washer, the sleeve that goes into the wheels, another washer, and the cotter pin. And then you just press it up against here and tack it on the inside. And you can check it with a square from this angle as well as this angle. That way you make sure it's 90 degrees in both directions and is straight. So got a couple tacks placed on both sides. The shafts are done and ready to go. So now I think we're ready to finish weld this thing out and get it painted, and then we can bolt it onto the box. We will have to drill a couple holes, and that's no big deal. We'll do those when we get to that point. Alright, so I got the whole plate all finished welded up. Just did some beads along here, 3 of them. You don't need to do the whole thing, that's plenty enough. You do need to do along here, get those done. Don't weld the outside of this shaft or you will not be able to get the wheels on. Then I welded in here, along there, same on both sides. And then on the inside, I welded these through holes that go to the back plate there, and then along the sides here for that support plate that goes underneath of it. So now I can go ahead and get that all cleaned up with the flap wheel, painted, and then we can put it on. Okay, so I got everything painted. I got this piece over here drying. The other piece up on the top part is already on. I got the holes drilled with the nut certs put in them. And then I also got the nut certs in the back done. And how those work is you drill a hole into the box, you insert the nut cert, and then put a bolt in it, and then you tighten it, and it clamps the nut cert with the sheet metal. So now that I got those on, I'm getting ready to put this other piece on once it dries. And then I can put the wheels on and stand it up and see how it looks. So I got everything buttoned up with the bottom wheels and the top piece. They're all on there. Looks pretty good. Excited about it. So now I got the hooks over there for the leads. They are painted and they're drying. So I'll probably put one here, maybe a couple on the back side. I don't really know where I want them placed yet. I'll probably toss the welders on and see how I want those sitting before I put the hooks on. But now I need to get the chains on and the bottle in and set the welders on here. Got the rest of my mats all put in here. And then I can start putting all the wire and stuff like that in. Alright guys, so I got the welding cart all finished up. I got my welders up on top here. Gas tanks in the back. Got the TIG filler rods here in the back. They got 4 slots for them for the tubes. And then on the front, I got a couple of my hooks put on for all the leads for both the MIG and TIG. I got a couple others that I'd like to put on the back side, I think. That way I have room for my stick welding leads. So also I need to switch around my MIG with the TIG. That way I can still get into the side of my MIG to change the wire. But looks pretty good. I'm happy with how it turned out. Seems to roll around nice. It's not too bad to push around. Works out nice. Happy with it. And then I'll have a bunch of drawers that I can put all my cups and tungsten in for the TIG welder. Some drawers for welding helmet stuff. Got a lot of options on how I can place everything, but I think it looks good. I'm happy with how it turned out. So in the end, this would be a great kit for someone that's just getting into welding and doesn't want to tackle a big fab project. They want something that's already laid out for them that they can just kind of weld together and go from there. It is a good setup. I like it. I think it's going to work awesome, especially having the drawers, having a place to put all your gear and that stuff. So I think in the future I'll probably build a bigger welding cart that I can have my MIG, TIG, and then probably a plasma cutter. I'd like to have a bigger one, but for now this will work fine. I want to wait until I get a bigger shop before I go and build something that big. So that's going to be it for this video. I think the welding cart is going to be a great addition to the shop. It'll be nice being able to roll the welders around on this thing and having all the stuff in the drawers that you need. So drop a comment down below if you want to build a welding cart like this or what you've done in the past for welding carts. I'd love to hear more about what you guys have done. So that's going to be it for this one. Make sure to check out the other videos if you like what's going on here, and we'll see you guys in the next one.